Hard to believe. It's been more than 12 years since a BP oil spill. The company's paid out billions of dollars, and yet there are still hundreds of unresolved lawsuits. Fox News investigative reporter Brendan Kirby has been following this story for us. And Brendan, that's a lot of lawsuits still to be heard.
Hey, yeah, that's right, Byron. And there's new lawsuits coming every year, and that's because these new suits that we're seeing have to do with cancer and other diseases that can take years to come up. Foley resident Richard Beck worked for months as part of the Vessels of Opportunity program, which paid people to use their own boats to help clean up the Deepwater Horizon spill that flooded waterways along the Gulf Coast with oil. Beck, who owns a marine electronics business in Gulf Shores, says he later was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Didn't think a lot about it at my age. That was sort of normal, and was able to get that taken care of through surgery.
About 3 years ago, though, Beck says he developed another, more virulent form of cancer, acute myeloid leukemia. He says his doctor told him it wasn't connected to the prostate cancer. With no cancer history on either side of his family, he says he was perplexed. Then Beck saw a lawyer ad on TV that got him to think about his cleanup work. He says he now believes his cancer is connected to the dispersal chemicals used to break up the oil in the water.
So that's the only answer I can find, is that I had to be impacted by the benzene in the dispersant.
Beck contacted the Downs Law Group in Miami, which represents about 200 plaintiffs with pending cases against BP. The firm is evaluating Beck's case. Elsa De Lima, an attorney with the firm, was in Mobile Friday to meet with clients and others who believe they may have claims. She says people who worked on the oil spill cleanup or live in close proximity to the spill have 4 years from the time they are diagnosed with a long-term illness to file suit.
These cases take a while. I get the question all the time, how are you still litigating this case? This happened all the way in 2010.
The reason DeLima says is that it can take years for people to realize they are sick and years more to gather the evidence and build a case. Attorneys must prove not only that the plaintiffs got sick, but that it's the oil spill that caused the illnesses. Beck says he's not sure what a fair outcome would be for him, but he says he's got a form of cancer that is not curable.
And I take a pill every day that keeps me alive, and that pill is very expensive. And then I get chemo every 35 days. So you add all those up. I will just tell you that my treatment up to now is well over 7 figures.
BP has a standing policy of not commenting on litigation, but in response to these lawsuits, the company denies responsibility. The law firm will be in Mobile again tomorrow at the Holiday Inn Express on Springdale Boulevard from 10 until 6 to answer people's questions. BP and its partners so far have paid out a total of more than $70 billion in costs related to the spill. Reporting live, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.